Hi, I'm Jean Edelman. For decades, I've been a student of the healing arts, Reiki, traditional Chinese medicine, homeopathy, acupuncture, plant-based, and macrobiotic cooking. Join me on this journey and hear my thoughts of the week. Welcome back to Self-Care with Jean. Hello, dear friends. This week I want to talk about hydration. It's so important to stay hydrated, but it is sometimes the hardest thing to do. Our body sends us messages when we're not drinking enough water. It could be a UTI, it could be headaches, dizziness, migraines, constipation. These are all messages that we're not drinking enough water. Hydration is so important for us during the day. It enhances our brain function. It maintains our heart muscle. It maintains our organs. It boosts our immune system. Our cells thrive on water. They need water. Just walking around each day, the average person loses between 8 and 12 cups of water. So we wake up, we're behind the 8 ball. And if it's hot, or we've got a lot of exercise, if we had a lot of caffeine, if we drank a lot of alcohol, check the box that we're behind. So what do we need to do? Well, first, let's talk about some of the symptoms. What do we notice when we are dehydrated? First, we probably notice thirst, or our mouth is dry. These are the early stages. We definitely want to get something to drink. If we're outside in the heat, we want to get into some cool shade. If we're really hot, we want to get something cool on our neck. We can also, in addition to drinking some water, we can eat some nourishing snacks such as watermelon. This can help us with our immediate thirst and dry mouth. But let's go a little further. Maybe we are hydrated. What are we seeing when we urinate? Is our urine pale? Is it yellow? Is it dark? Is it color the apple juice? This can indicate that we are dehydrated. Another sign is, do we feel weakness and muscle cramps? As our body loses water, it experiences difficulty delivering the essential nutrients to our cells. And so this can cause overall fatigue, muscle weakness, and cramps. How about our blood pressure and heart rates? When we're dehydrated, our blood can't circulate around our body. Then we have a drop in blood pressure. And in some people, they get heart palpitations. If we're dehydrated, we're definitely going to have some confusion and dizziness. And let me tell you, my friends, we just experienced this with my mom. God bless her, she's 89. And she was dehydrated, but she was confused. And we were noticing this, and we're like, this is not our mother. So this was a major sign, and it is a known fact in our older population, dehydration is definitely connected to confusion and dizziness. So pay attention. Another sign is dry skin. Healthy, hydrated skin maintains a certain amount of elasticity. But if we try to pinch the skin of someone that is dehydrated and it remains elevated, they are severely dehydrated, and it is time to increase some fluids. And that we may be at some point, if that's happening, that we may need some IV fluids because we need immediate hydration. Another small sign is eye pain. We may remember dehydration affects the mucous membranes in our body. And so our nose, our eyes, they may be dry, itchy, stinging. We want to pay attention. If we have any of this, make sure we grab some water. Headaches, another sign that we're dehydrated, because again, the blood flow is not happening as it needs to when we are properly hydrated. Constipation is definitely going to happen if we're dehydrated, because if we don't have enough water in our system to make our blood flow and our heart work right and we're confused, we're definitely going to get constipated because we don't have enough fluid to move the food through our system. So we want to drink 9 to 12 cups a day, and if it's very severe, we may need some IV fluids. Some people experience decreased sweating or the inability to sweat. This is a major sign that we are dehydrated. And then, of course, there's irritability and mood changes. So if we're not hydrated, those mood swings can absolutely happen. Pay attention. Sometimes if we're dehydrated, we can't tolerate heat. So heat intolerance isn't just about disliking warm temperatures. It's a condition that causes an inability to regulate our internal temperature. making us susceptible to overheating and heat stroke. And so dehydration is an underlying condition of this inability to regulate our internal temperature. All right, so we know what is happening. We're getting headaches. We're confused. We've got dry skin. We've got weakness in our muscles. We've got cramps. How about let's talk about ways to treat this dehydration? The first thing is let's wake up in the morning and get a nice glass of room temperature water. Don't guzzle it, sip it. Sip it before we start our coffee. Sip it before we start anything. Let's give our body a head start with hydration. Let's start in the morning with a nice cup of room temperature water with some lemon that we can sip. Think about it. Our body has been all night detoxifying. Now in the morning, to give it a head start in hydration, let's give it some nice room temperature water. So our tips for staying hydrated is 1, let's get that morning water. Let's make our water more appealing. Let's get a nice big glass pitcher. Let's put some cucumber or lemon in it, or maybe some fresh blueberries or strawberries. During the day, we can stay hydrated by eating soups or yogurt or gelatin, or our nice fruits like our melons and berries. We definitely, when we are taking medicines, we want to take it with a full glass of water. And we want to talk to our doctor about medications that we're taking because they can actually cause dehydration. And we can enjoy lemonade and herbal teas throughout the day. And if we are in a dehydrated state, let's limit our alcohol because that doesn't help us. So let's pay attention to the signs that we're dehydrated. Pay attention to those around us, and especially if we've got older parents. If they start acting a little wonky, they're dehydrated, and we need to do something about it. Being hydrated, it's one of our pillars of good health. It's easy to get behind the 8 ball when it comes to water, especially if we're busy during the day or traveling. But you can see from our conversation that it's vital to our health. And I'm just thinking, I remember my sister, she didn't want to drink water during the day because she didn't want to have to go to the bathroom. I'm like, that's crazy. Drink water. Go to the bathroom. But it was just her job at the time. So if we have a job like that, that's not right. Drink water, go to the bathroom, take a bio break. Take as many bio breaks as you need during the day. So let's get our beautiful glass pitcher. Let's fill it with lemon or fresh fruit. The ultimate in self-care is staying hydrated. There's so many benefits to it in our day. We won't be able to function if we're not hydrated. Next week on Self-Care with Jean, we have a very, very special extended podcast with Dr. William Li. Dr. William Li is a physician, a scientist, and a best-selling author. He's written 2 books, Eat to Beat Disease and Eat to Beat Your Diet. Dr. Li and I are very aligned in our messaging that food is medicine, and paying attention to what we're eating and how we're eating can absolutely affect our health. And so, dear friend, I invite you to this extended podcast with Dr. William Li on food and our health and how to eat and some highlights that can help our metabolism and help us feel better. My dear friends, this is Earth School. The lesson is to love ourselves and then to love each other. And life comes from us and life is for us. I want you to have a beautiful week. I want you to drink water, please, especially now the weather's shifting. You know, it's a little warmer. We're outside. Please, please, please stay hydrated, drink water, and notice our older population that lives with you or is in your life because they may not be as hydrated. Have a great week.